Hello and welcome to Hi, I'm Mallory. If you're new here, I'd love to welcome you to my world, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button down below. So today is Thursday, and yesterday was rough. I was feeling like really stressed out, and I really didn't do anything. Really? I mean, I did stuff. I'm lying. I did stuff. I'll get to that in a second, but it wasn't like a particularly like stressful day, or like the certain events that were going on weren't so that would like normally put me over the top. And things got like kind of even more, like I got more anxious and like stressed out and like really not feeling good when my mom was asking me to help her do stuff, because I sometimes like snap at her when I'm trying to teach her like how to do things on a computer and like with Facebook and YouTube, and like we went around this whole like rigmarole thing because she needed a link to one of her videos that I put on my YouTube channel for like a work thing, and she didn't like the title of the video and she didn't like the thumbnail, so we had to change it, and she didn't, you know, type the title out like how I normally would, but I was like, oh, fine, I'll let that slide. And then we found a different thumbnail that she liked, and I kept telling her that everything was fine and she thought it wasn't, so eventually I convinced her that the new thumbnail took, and then she's like, now how do I do this, and that? And honestly, it was like stressing me out. Like I just had to like leave the room. But no, because last week was like, you know, everyone's gearing up for the holidays, and it's been, ever since Christmas, it's been weird. I think for two reasons, or more than two reasons. One being that the only thing that I have this week is in like a few hours at 3 o'clock. Shelby comes today and I do my workout. But being that it was the holiday and like I had Christmas and then everyone's like doing Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and all that, I didn't have Mary Ellen. So my brain trainer, you know, I didn't see her, and I didn't do brain training on Tuesdays, and then my normal Wednesday, which is pretty booked, that didn't have anything Wednesday. So, which was yesterday actually, yeah. Monday was the day right after Christmas, and we had my grandma over because she didn't want to be home alone because she just fallen the day before, and my mom took her to like urgent care. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but it was going to be like over a 2-hour wait, so like come back later or come back after 2 o'clock, something like that. So my mom just had my grandma make an appointment with like her actual doctor for the following day, and then follow up with like some of her other doctors, and just that whole thing, like I think knocked us all out, because like when you see her, like she looks a lot worse than she is. I definitely just have to keep liking it to the movie Rocky. If you've seen Rocky and like what he looks like in that boxing ring, like she's got a black, purple, brown, blue, bruised eye, and she's just a mess, and everything just aches. I mean, as you get old, things ache, but like she really like knocked herself out. Like when she didn't trip over anything. That's like the confusing part. She thinks she like passed out, but she fell on like the slates, like on a hard floor in her house, by like the foyer area. And so she really like, you know, probably has some like contusions and stuff. And so when she was like, when she tries to get up from a chair, she's just like in agony, and to hear it, it's like, oh. And me not having like my normal weekly routine, that also throws me off a bit, because I kind of get like, oh, it's like vacation and I can be lazy, and then I sometimes like, because I'm just gonna be home all day in my pajamas, like I might not take like my anti-anxiety medication until like later in the day, so not having any like early on, like that sets me up for disasters. You really gotta like follow your meds as prescribed, because what I learned is just because I'm gonna be home and not doing anything too crazy or exciting, it doesn't mean I'm fine. I'm not. I need to be medicated. And then there's just like, my grandma's gonna be moving at some point and it's stressing her out, and now she's not even sure if she wants to move or she was planning on moving to. So now it's like back to the drawing board with that, and that's kind of stressful. And then my mom has some ideas that would require more things than I can ever handle at this point in time. So it's, until I know what's up, I'm not even gonna think about it or say much. But it's mostly like just making sure that my grandma is safe and is comfortable and happy and all that. So, you know, we've been like checking up on her, making sure like she's all good. So there's that. But then yesterday I was like, I have to do something like productive because I've just been too lazy, and my sleeping still isn't great. And yesterday, I'm trying to think what the weather was like yesterday, because I woke up, like I didn't sleep, like I slept in late but not like extremely late. Like I got up maybe around like 11:30, somewhere between 11:30 and 12, and then today I got up at 11:29, I want to say. Like it's still like after 10, but as long as it's before like noon, I'm giving myself like a pat on the back for that. If it's like 1 or 2:30 in the afternoon, then I'm like, alright, no more. But I'm still staying, and actually the last 2 nights I've gone to bed around like 3, so like a couple hours back. I swear, I've been wondering if not having window treatments, as you can see, like is affecting my sleep. So I'm gonna do a little experiment when I'm on vacation. I'll be somewhere where there's blinds, curtains, etc., and I'm gonna see if I sleep better. Or maybe it was just like stress from like the holidays and just like reliving stuff from last year, like some PTSD. I don't know, honestly, but it seems like it's fixing itself a little bit. Maybe it's just the nature of the beast. Sometimes in life things are better than others. I obviously still need to eat something today. I haven't done that yet. But I've been basically returning stuff. Well, not entirely. I wrapped one of my Christmas presents I'm returning because it turned out to not work out, which I'm really bummed about, and I want to find a way to fix it. It's all wrapped up and ready to go. I just have to drop it off at a UPS store. But then yesterday, I had 2 other shipping labels printed off, because I'm returning 2 more Christmas presents, because one is not at all what I expected it to be, and it's not going to work out. And the other thing, again, I over and underestimate things. I look at something and I think, oh, it's fine, and then it comes and it's like too big or too small. This was too big, so I rewrapped it back in its like original packing, and now it just has to go back in a box. Luckily I still have the box it came in, because it's a long box, so that I needs to like properly like tape it back up again and put a label on it. And then there's 2 things or 3 things that haven't come yet that I already requested like returns for, and they said I'll be refunded for everything once like the buyer like receives my items. So waiting on that, because I'm trying to get a little money back, because I think I talked about this where I made a boo-boo, and I'm trying to like fix my boo-boo by like, if I get refunded for stuff that I don't need or isn't working or what have you, and like it gets returned and I get the money back, then hopefully it'll balance out when like all these nail polishes arrive. Because I don't know how I'm going to explain it to my mom, because although I told her like if we filled out something or did something, there's a way of returning it, but really like returning nail polishes is like not happening. It's not a thing. Like you try to return them, I buy them on Amazon and I try to return them and they're like, no, you can't. And I'm like, well, how are you allowed to send them out? So note to self and to anyone, be really careful when you're getting a nail polish like off of Amazon, because if you change your mind, make sure you like say you're returning it before they send it out and that order gets canceled. Or when you get it, like if you don't like it, you're gonna have to I don't know, honestly. So, and the thing is like, you'd think I'd be smart and just like do Sephora, and then if it didn't work, I could just return it to the store. But because I'm all about the hollow nails and the, there's only like one holographic polish that Sephora has, and I already have 2 little bottles of it because they are very tiny, cute little bottles. So yeah, that's the deal with that. But I am excited. Like, part of me feels bad because it's like I spent money that I wasn't supposed to, but part of me feels excited because they're different shades of pink, and I love pink, and I think there's like, oh my god, there's this black color that looks like amazing. And I'm usually not about black, but it's like a black hollow, so I'm like so stoked. So I keep getting emailed from the company or whomever through Amazon supplied me my lighting stuff. So my like studio lights. So I need to like test those out, and I want to test them out. To make sure that they work and everything's good, nothing's broken, because this is a problem. You know, get that addressed. I feel like my it's like, hello. And I'm gonna shower later after my workout because my hair is a little greasy. Right now I'm like in these shorts that I live in, but I'm debating if I want to put something else on before I work out, like capris. I don't know, like I get like, I'm a little chilly on and off now, but when I work out then I get hot, and I don't know like what exactly we're doing today. I haven't decided if I'm picking something out or if I'm just gonna let Shelby take the reins. So I need to make sure before she gets here I have all like my supplies in the living room. And I found something yesterday, a unique kind of stretching band. So I don't know what one does with that. I'm going to show her and see if she can think of anything or teach me how to use it. Because maybe in the morning I can use it to stretch out my legs. And what else do I want to share with you guys? I'm just like sitting here sharing and updating. I think like, don't quote me on anything, but I think I leave for my vacation tomorrow. And I'm nutted already. I mean, I got a small little pile of like 5 shirts and a hat on a chair. I'm packing this Swamp Family Queen palette because I really want to like test that out, because I haven't worn any of the makeup yet. And I already have like in Naples like my Naked 3 palette, is it? So I mean, I have like a good chunk of things in Naples that I can like bring to Disney and make sure that I remember to bring it back to Naples. But aside from that, there's going to be, I think, like some extra things I might need or want. I don't know. I'm going to have to make a list at some point today and, like, make sure we get ish packed, because I'm going to be gone. Like, this is stressing me out. I think what also is stressing me out is this is, like, I don't know. I can't remember if this is the first time in my life or the first time in, like, a long, long time or ever that I'm going to be away for a really long time, and that is stressing me out because I worry I'm gonna run out of things. I'm really gonna miss my cat, and I'm like, although she's like right here and probably isn't conceiving what I'm saying right now. I know she's gonna miss me, and she's gonna like probably like lose her cool because I'm been gone too long. And yesterday, like, you know what, stupid me, right? But not stupid me, I don't know. It might have been, like, Monday or Tuesday, my mom, like, refilled one of my prescriptions. And so it's been sitting around in the kitchen, but it's been in, like, the bag that it came in from the drugstore. So I just, like, left it, whatever. And then I needed, it was my anti-anxiety meds. I needed one last night, like pretty early, because I didn't take any, you know, in the morning. And I really wasn't feeling good, and I'm just like, I need to calm down. So instead of running all the way up here, because I still have some in a bottle on my nightstand, I'm like, I'll just go in the kitchen. And here's the thing, right? Like, I don't know if you can see how this bottle's like yellowish. And the, like, my, like, form or brand or whatever of anti-anxiety meds that I take, like, every day, I think all pills, generic or non, come in, like, different variations, but the 3 that I've come across are greens, yellows, and blues, and I can rate them in order of really good to not great. And the best is the greens. I'd say second to that now is blues, then yellows. Originally I was gonna switch yellow and blue, but one time they gave me yellow ones. It wasn't pretty. And I've been told that, because we asked this doctor that I used to have, like, am I a weirdo that I prefer the green ones? And she's like, no, sometimes, like, even though it's like the same drug or classification or what have you, like, or the same name, different, I guess, labs or whatever, like, make them a little different. And so your body, like, it's not a one size fits all. And so there's, like, it was a mainstream chain drugstore that I used to get my meds at, and they one time gave me blue, and it was not, like, it wasn't good. So we've been using for a while now, like, just a mom and pop local drugstore, and it's beautiful. They always have the green ones. Everything's great. It's a great pharmacy. I like how you get, like, more, like, personal attention. But then my mom, because it's near where she works, so, like, either her or my dad, I'll say, hey, like, on your way to work or home from work, can you drop this off or pick this up, or I called it in, can you get it? So that I'm like, you know, so what she did last time was dropped it off back in a different pharmacy as a Rite Aid, and I'm just like, because we went to Rite Aid, and I'm thinking, what are we getting? Because as of right now, there's only one thing I get from Rite Aid, which I do want to switch over to this other pharmacy. So she's like, oh, told me, like, oh, you're blah blah, and I'm just like, we don't do that here. We go elsewhere. So she's like, oh, I totally forgot. So then, like, they hand the pills, and I immediately open the bottle, and what is it? They're all blue. I said, nope. So luckily in that they had, like, a green one. So, like, oh, we'll just swap it out. And I'm like, what's wrong with you people? If you have green ones, just give me green ones. So we thought they made note of it. And I went to go grab one last night, and like I said, because this bottle is, like, slightly on the yellow side, and yellow and blue make green, they often look green, a weird shade of green if you're just looking at it from the outside of the bottle. So I thought my mom, like, looked and thought that they were green. Turns out she didn't bother to check, and since I didn't, like, try to take one from there till yesterday evening, when I opened it and I was like, they're blue, and I was like, and I just, like, went upstairs to get a green one, she's like, what? Like, so it's probably not in my record, or no one's paying attention. So I don't know, we're gonna try to swap them out, I think, before I leave, because I don't want to be away for too long with, like, crappy pills. So it's a long-winded, like, story on my anti-anxiety medication. But I want to say it's important to take your meds as prescribed, and if you feel like generic works better for you than, like, name brand or vice versa, or there's a color or ones that are shaped a certain way, like when it comes to the other kind I take for flying, I used to like the oval shaped ones, now I like the round ones, and I prefer the blue ones as opposed to the white or, like, the salmon colored ones. So it's just funny, and don't be afraid to, like, speak up and be like this to your pharmacist or your doctor. Like, maybe have them put it in on the script if they can, like, what you want. Because we were watching something on TV the other day, and someone was, like, abusing, like, a drug or something, and my mom said, you know, it's people like them that make it hard for you to get the medications you need, because the rules and regulations on these controlled substances are, like, getting stricter and stricter by the minute. So yeah, that's my little tangent on that. So today I'm going to do my workout, which is in an hour-ish, and lasts an hour. After the fact, I'm going to maybe make a list, or start making my list while I'm eating something for packing, and I need to take some more photos for my Depop shop. Finally, might be getting somewhere. I don't know. Someone messaged me about something that like I'm selling. I'm like, oh, maybe they're thinking about it. So it's been a while since I posted stuff, particularly because I think like last week there was a day where they were like working on like the site or something. So I couldn't have posted anything, but now I can, and I have some more things I just want to put up there and just see what happens. And if nothing happens, then I might switch over to like eBay or something like that. But I was really hoping this would take off. And I know like some of y'all in the past have like messaged me and like, if you're selling like blah blah, like email me, like let me know. So who knows what's gonna be going up on there, but the link is usually now at the top of the description box, so you can just check it out if you want, and see if anything tickles your fancy. But yeah, I got I have like another video I want to film, so I'm gonna do that quick, and I don't know. Just have like a lot of things on my mind and a lot of stuff I have to do and like very little time to do it in. And I was hoping to like have my eyebrows done, but which didn't dawn on me till like the middle of the week, but I don't know if that's happening. So I'm gonna have some whacked eyebrows for a long time. And or fingers crossed some miracle happens. And so what else can I say? My nails, I wanted to go to the salon and do like the gel, so they'll last me like my whole vacation. If that doesn't happen before I leave, then like I said, I want to do them before Disney, because so while I'm in Naples, because I'm like going Naples, Disney, Naples, so I'm I don't want any time wasted in Disney. And then I may or may not be seeing Paul. He brought it up, and there's only like one possible day it might work, so maybe like him and his mom could like drive from where they live, which is like 45 minutes to an hour from Disney, and we could do lunch and just like hang out in the afternoon, maybe play like some mini golf, or just like if our moms just want to like chill, like we can like play like in the arcade and stuff. So if we do that, I might try to film some of it if he's down. And then I was thinking of like doing a live stream, so I don't know on what vessel I'm gonna do that, but anyways, that's what's going on up in this little brain of mine, a bunch of jumbled stuff as well. So if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, feel free to leave those down below. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe and like this video and check the description box for my social media stuff. I'm pretty much everywhere. Come and say hey, and thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. And as always, till next time, keep it quirky.